African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 2nd of May, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces inflicted losses on concentrations of manpower and equipment of the mechanized, tank, and ranger brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Sadki, Ryasnoye, Velyka Pisarevka and Sumy Oblast and Granov in Kharkiv Oblast that the Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 150 servicemen, 3 tanks, 2 armored combat vehicles and 6 cars. An ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated formations of 2 mechanized, mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Pesky, Kupiansk, Grigorovka, Kharkiv in the Kharkiv region and Karpovka in the Donetsk People's Republic that the enemy lost over 225 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, 6 cars, and 2 Western-made artillery pieces. 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Serebryanka, Drushkovka, Seversk, and Zaria of the Donetsk People's Republic that the losses of the Ukrainian Armed Forces amounted to over 315 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, and 8 field artillery pieces. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. They defeated formations of 2 mechanized, or ranger brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Special Forces brigade and 2 brigades of the National Guard in the areas of the settlements of Ryasnoye, Dmitrov, Novopavlovka, Novosergivka, and Grodovka of the Donetsk People's Republic that the enemy lost up to 465 servicemen, a tank, 4 armored combat vehicles, 6 cars, and 4 artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine Brigade and a Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Bogodar, Fedorovka, Komar, and Novopol of the Donetsk People's Republic that the enemy's losses amounted to 170 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, 5 cars, and 4 field artillery guns. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of a mechanized brigade and 2 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Molotov-Machka, Pavlivka in the Zaporizhia region and Antonivka in the Kherson region that the enemy lost up to 70 servicemen, 5 vehicles, a U.S.-made Mars multiple launch rocket system launcher and 2 field artillery guns. 2 electronic warfare stations and an ammunition depot were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit the infrastructure facilities of a military airfield, an aviation industry repair facility, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 142 districts. Air defense systems destroyed 4 JDAM-guided aerial bombs and 4 U.S.-made Mars multiple launch rockets, as well as 123 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 662 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 55,452 unmanned aerial vehicles, 605 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,153 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,558 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 24,435 field artillery pieces and mortars, 35,005 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.